What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 100% NUFC. I hope I find you really well. Just outside St James's Park for the Liverpool versus Newcastle match preview. It's a game that I'm really looking forward to, but at the same time, I'm under no illusions that this is going to be a very, very tough game for Newcastle, and it's going to be a very, very long afternoon if we do not go to Anfield with the right mentality and the right game plan. Now, just before I jump into the video, please, if you enjoy the video, can you hit 15 likes? That would be massively appreciated, and I love you all forever. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, it's 100% NUFC. To do that, all links will be down below in the description. Thank you very much. So let's jump into it. So we're playing Liverpool, who are in very good form at this current stage of the season, very early days, but they've played 4 and they have won 4. They've got 12 points and they've looked very comfortable in every game so far this season. They've basically left off from last season when they were unlucky not to win the Premier League, finishing on a total of 97 points, a point behind Manchester City. And for me, that's probably one of Liverpool's best ever finishes in the Premier League, and 97 points realistically should win you the Premier League title. But then again, I say that Manchester City, who won it by 98 points, also broke a Premier League record the season before, winning it by 100 points. So they knew that it was always going to be a tough season regardless, and they were always going to be battling with Manchester City. But Liverpool, have won the Champions League. They've won the best competition in English football, club-wise anyway. And Liverpool have got a solid record at Anfield. I think they're unbeaten in the last 2.5 years. Liverpool are a huge club with some fantastic supporters, with an excellent manager who has built Liverpool in the last 2 or 3 years. They've gone from strength to strength, and he's achieving big things at Liverpool. All he needs now is to win the Premier League title, and the manager has got some brilliant players around him, and as well as that, the players have got a magnificent support as well in the Liverpool fans, some of the best fans in the world. I've said that on record before. They're up there with us because they're a club who, like Newcastle, love their football. They're both footballing cities, both Newcastle and Liverpool, and this is going to be a huge club game for both. It's going to be a game in terms of Liverpool wanting to get the 3 points because they know that this season has to be an aim of trying to win the Premier League title for the first time. And our head-to-head record, as you can see on the screen, isn't very good. Now, I'm going to read off last season's results. So we played Liverpool at Anfield just after Christmas under Rafa Benitez, and we lost by 4-0. We deserved to lose that day. We were absolutely woeful. And as I said before, Liverpool were on fantastic form. And if I'm not wrong, after winning that game, they went top of the Premier League and clear of Manchester City. Then at St James's Park behind me, Liverpool won by 3-2. I felt they were very lucky to win that game in the end. I felt that we gave them a very good game on the night, and I believe that if it wasn't for a costly referee decision for their free kick, we could have actually got, a draw out with that game. Which, to be fair enough. When the free kick went in, we should have defended the set piece a lot better. But Liverpool were at the right place at the right time, and they went on to, get the win in the end. So fair play to them. And as I've said before, they were going for the Premier League title. Now, this is a new season for both clubs. And as I've said before, you cannot really go against Liverpool at the minute. They're absolutely fantastic. For me, a lot of Liverpool fans will argue this is one of the best Liverpool squads that I've ever seen in a long time. It's probably better than the one that won the Champions League, with the likes of Steven Gerrard in back in 2005. I really think Liverpool are going places under Jurgen Klopp. And what I like about their fans is how they've actually stayed patient with Jurgen Klopp when things didn't go well at the start. He's starting to build some at Liverpool, and he's trying to replicate what other managers have done in the past. And it's going to be a long afternoon. So for all Newcastle fans watching, Liverpool going to this game with 3 injuries. The first one being Alisson, the goalkeeper. He's going to be out for a long period of time. He's going to be replaced by Adrian, who will deputise in the meantime. The next one will be Naby Keita, the midfielder that signed from last season. He's going to be out for a few weeks. It's not clear when he's going to be back. And the third one is Nathaniel Klein as well, who was on loan at Bournemouth last season, if I'm not wrong. So they're the 3 that are missing for Liverpool. And Liverpool have got some fantastic players. So if we are on our game on Saturday, these 3, for me, will punish us time and time again. The first one being Bobby Firmino, a fantastic Brazilian striker who, yes, he's not the quickest, but he's an absolute menace. He likes to get into the box. He likes to feed off the wingers. And he's someone who, if you give him the ball first time, he's going to finish 9 times out of 10. He's not afraid to shoot outside the box as well. So if we aren't there defensively, he can, find a goal from outside the area. The next one being Sadio Mane, who they signed from Southampton a couple of years back. Unbelievable winger, likes to cut in. He's got pace, he's got trickery, he's got skill. Someone who, if we're not defending well, can cut in and he can be very lethal. As he scored that mint goal against Southampton a few weeks back. So we all know what he can do. On the other side as well, you've got Mohamed Salah, who else? The player who was being rejuvenated since coming back into the Premier League. Didn't quite work out for him at Chelsea, but Liverpool have made him into a better player. One of the most deadliest wingers in the Premier League, one of the better players in the Premier League, and if you give Salah any of the ball, he's going to finish 9 times out of 10. So they've got a solid attacking three there. At the back, you've got Virgil van Dijk, one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League, and for one who's going to be one of the world's best strikers for years to come. He's not only very good at defending and shutting teams off, but he's very good at getting forward as well. He's very good from set pieces. So, say for example, Liverpool get a free kick or a corner, and 9 times out of 10, if you don't mark him, he's going to score with his head. So it's going to be a very, very tough old afternoon for us if we don't watch Virgil van Dijk. The next one is Andy Robertson from Hull, who they signed last season or the season before. I can't be right on that, I'm not too sure, but fantastic winger, like left wing back, right wing back, someone who looks like a forward, someone who can make a difference on the day as well. So someone who we need to watch out for. Scottish international as well. And Liverpool, the way they play under Jurgen Klopp is to get forward and to try and create as many opportunities as possible, and also to shut the opponents off as well. So that's how Liverpool like to play, and they will. If we give them any sort of possession, it's going to be a long afternoon. So for any Liverpool fans watching, injury news for us, you will be happy to hear that Andy Carroll was pictured in training, but he's still a few weeks away from starting for Newcastle due to his injury. So he will not be playing. The next one is St. Maximin. From what I'm hearing, he's going to be missing for a few more weeks as well with his hamstring injury. But I will be hearing in the next day from Steve Bruce, so you never know, he may be back, but from what I'm hearing, he is out. So he'll be gone for a bit. And the next one is Dwight Gale. He's going to be missing. It's not clear when he'll be back. He's been missing since coming back on loan from West Brom. And according to Steve Bruce, it's not getting any better, his injury, which is not good for us, especially with all the injuries occurring. And last but not least, from what I can see on the screen, is Matt Richie. Good news for him though, yes, he is out for 4 weeks, but it is less long than what was first thought. We were all thinking up to 2 months, so he is recovering, so speedy recovery for Matt Richie, so you don't have to worry about him too much, on Saturday, because he is one of our creative players going forward. So players to watch out for, Liverpool fans, from the Newcastle point of view. The first one being Joe Linton. Yes, he's only scored 1 Premier League goal, and that was down at Tottenham, but again, if we can get him some service into the box, if you don't mark him, he can't find the back of the net. He has missed a couple of sitters, most notably against Arsenal and Norwich, so really he should have more than the 1 goal. The next one I'm going to throw in there is Miggy Almiron. He's also got his first international goal for Paraguay against Jordan the other day, so he's on good form for his international country, but not so in the Premier League. But again, he's a player who's got pace, trickery, skill. He's very good at assisting, so you've got to watch out for Miggy Almiron on Saturday. He is itching for his first goal for Newcastle, so do expect him to play at 100 miles an hour. The next one, I'd say Jonjo Shelvey, if he plays. As you all know about him, he used to play for Liverpool. He likes to play the Hollywood Bowl, someone who likes to get forward, someone who, if Joe Linton's in the right place at the right time, he can put a good ball into him. He likes to spray the ball around a lot as well, and he's a very tricky customer when he's on his game. And I'll also throw Christian Atsu into that picture as well. I think, yes, he's very overrated at times. I think he's not brilliant, but he played really well against Tottenham for the assist for Joe Linton. So I think Christian Atsu, yes, he's very pacey, but his final ball sort of lets him down. But if Christian Atsu's on his game, he can be fantastic. So someone to watch out for there. Also, Fabian Schär scored for Switzerland as well, so that's going to be one to watch out for as well. How we got him for 3.5 million from Deportivo, I will never know. A fantastic player, someone who, if you give him any of the ball, he's like a sort of a defensive, attacking defender. He likes to get forward, he likes to make things happen, so watch out for him. He's also scored his first goal as well for Newcastle in the last game against Watford, when we drew 1-1. So do watch out for him on Saturday afternoon. Jamal Lascelles as well, alongside Memphis Fernandez or whoever starts alongside him. And also Martin Dubravka has been fantastic as well. Another cheap goalkeeper who we got a couple of seasons back. Someone who you need to watch out for, because again, he's someone who likes to command the box. He's someone who likes to he's there for a save. You know, you always like to put his body on the line for Newcastle, which is absolutely fantastic. Something you want to see, you know, from a goalkeeper. We have been well known for, well, good goalkeepers. But in terms of that, Steve Bruce knows that we've got a long afternoon ahead. I think for us, if we want to get any sort of result down at Liverpool, we have to play well. The passing has to be crisp. We'll have to make sure that we're communicating from minute 1 to minute 90 and that we'll go there with a game plan. And I'm not expecting too much from the game. As I've said before, Liverpool, huge club, huge expectations this season. And it's going to be a long, long afternoon if we don't get it right. And we'll have to be careful about the goal difference as well. We'll have to make sure that defensively that we're solid and that we're well drilled, we're switched on when Liverpool go on the counter-attack and when they go forward at every one time. We'll have to make sure that we keep the goals down, because if we do stay up by the skin of our teeth, the goal difference is going to come handy. So it's all about making sure that we stay in the game, and that if we do get beat and it's only by the odd goal, then it's not too bad. But I am expecting a tough game, you know, on Saturday with their squad. Now, in terms of a score prediction, unfortunately, I have to go for a 3-0 win to Liverpool. I never like to predict a high score for any club when we go away from home, but it's Liverpool. You know, their squad, just everything about them is fantastic, isn't it? And I think I'll be happy with that, to be honest with you. But if we can come away from Anfield scoring a goal, then absolutely fantastic. But our head-to-head record isn't good down there. We have to go back 25 years ago, the last time that we got a result against Liverpool, and that was way back in 1994. We'll have had a couple of draws in there as well, but nothing to write home about, is it really? So that's my score prediction for the game on Saturday. Let us know if you're going. Any Liverpool fans, you're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. I do have a review out for the game on Sunday, so do stay tuned for that as well. And yeah, from Great St James's Park, I'll see you all later. Okay, bye with the lads.